Now let's take a look at another kind of loop, the for loop. Here's the cheer program rewritten using a for loop. Let me run it. It prints 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Coursera. Now let's take a look at this loop. Let's start count at 2. We'll go up 2, but not including 9. And we'll go in steps of 2. So it'll be 2, and then the next time through, it'll be 2 more, 4. And the next time through, it'll be 2 more, 6. And the next time through, it'll be 2 more, 8. There won't be a next time because the next time it would be 10, and that would exceed 9. Every time through the loop, we're going to print the count, and we're going to print a space. It's just like the other program. Otherwise, we use the print to get a fresh line, print who do we appreciate, and then we print Coursera. Let me emphasize that this one is the first one that it does. This one, when count takes on the range, the value 9, it will not do that one. It will not go through the loop when count is equal to 9. It's up to, but not including 9. And the step size will be 2. So this will go 2, then 4, then 6, then 8. Now I want you to try and write a function using the for loop. I want you to write the countdown program using that. Now remember that this step can be negative. Let me show you my run of this program. Countdown 1 writes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then blast off. This is a rocket launch countdown. Now, I want to emphasize that the range, you have a starting position, you have a stopping position. It won't do that one. And this is the step size. And the step size can be positive or negative. Okay, so take a moment to write this program, and then when you get it written, press continue button, and I'll show you mine. Alright, here is my version of doing the countdown. Countdown 1 for count in the range of 10, so we'll start at 10, going down to 0, but we won't do the 0th one. And since we want to go down, we have to use a negative step size. We want to go down one at a time from 10 to 9 to 8, so it's a -1. We're going to print the count. We're going to print a space instead of a new line each time through, so that we wind up with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And since we won't do 0, there isn't a 0 count there. But then we print a new line, and then we print blast off. Now let's speak a minute about finding errors in programs. Here's an example of a function written in Python that has errors in it. And I want you to think about how you would go about finding the errors. Of course, you can look through this thing very carefully and probably determine what the errors are. But let's do it by trial and error. Let's run the function and see what Python tells us. Okay, Control Enter. Here's the function, and it says here that we have an indentation error, unexpected indent, and it points to this print. So if we look over here, you see this line is intended 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, but this one is indented 5 spaces. So this one needs to be moved over, and that's what it's telling us. The indent is an unexpected amount, so we'll back it up 1, and then we'll try again. Now we didn't get an error, so let's try running it and see if it runs properly. What is my favorite toy? So I'm going to type in football. And we get an error. Name error. The name my is not defined. Now, we were talking about my toy. Why does it say my? Well, it's interpreting this as being a subtraction. It wants to take my minus toy. Now let's look back at our program. We defined a variable called my underscore toy, and we wrote my hyphen toy. So this needs to be corrected to be the right name. And now let's run this again and see what happens. Again, of course, it works as far as the loading of the program. So now the program works. We found 2 errors in it. I'm going to put this back like we had it. Space. And notice that the editor is telling us right here that there's an error. So that the editor can detect some of the errors before we ever run it. The rest of them, you can see how Python itself helps you to track down the errors.